Hi everyone, it's Alexandra and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the second episode of my installment of bullet journal hacks, and it has to do with an office supply that I feel is not utilized enough in the bullet journal community, and it can save a whole lot of time when you are save you time from redrawing spreads time and time again. And as you know, I like to find shortcuts and ways to just make the bullet journal system even that much more efficient and easy to use. And I found that the good old post-it note or the sticky note, whichever you prefer, is a great way to save time and to be able to recycle spreads over and over again. And I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of how you can do that, and other just ways that the post-it note can really help in you staying organized. And I'm going to give you some ideas today as far as what I use them for, and also for teachers out there. I know a lot of you have been asking me, show us your bullet journal, show us your teacher bullet journal. It's not done yet, but I will show you a couple of pages where I'm going to be incorporating post-it notes, and I have a feeling that it's going to save me a ton of time when it comes down to getting back to work next month, and for me to stay organized and to help me stay on task. So I'm going to show you how I use it in my personal bullet journal first, and then I will show you how I'm going to implement it in my teacher bullet journal. So let's get started. The first thing is that post-it notes for me, like we're saying, when we're recycling old spreads. I had this on Pinterest. I posted this a couple months back when I first started bullet journaling, and this is my master grocery list, and this is how I go about my meal planning. So the first thing is you definitely use this for meal planning. And so every week when I am about to do my grocery list, I go through my what I need. And normally on this second page here, I usually have my grocery list all ready to go. Now I use these size post-it notes for my meal planning. So as you can see, when the list is not here, I usually do my shopping on Mondays. During the week, this blank space here acts as a dashboard to have all the meals that I normally cook on any given week. And so what I basically do is, like, I'll swap out when I'm ready to go do my grocery list. I'll swap out whichever post-it notes I need, okay, and then from there I can do my grocery list, and it saves me a lot of time, and I don't have to keep rewriting the meals over and over and over again. I keep track of my meals in my weeklies because I like to know what we eat, so I don't repeat the same meals, quite often. But again, and for those of you that keep your bullet journal at home, all you have to do then is bring a list with you, okay? And then the bullet journal can stay home, and you just got to bring this. But this has to be one of my most useful spreads. And I even have the tab here to constantly, so I can refer back to it real quick, because again, this proves to be very beneficial for me. Now, you can even take it a step further, and you can even use different colored post-it notes depending on what you're cooking. So for example, if you want all of your vegetarian dishes to be in green, you could write them all in green. If you want all your seafood to be in blue post-it notes, you can do that. Red meat with a red or a pink post-it note. I haven't done that, but as I was trying to find different ways that you could use post-it notes for the purposes of this video, I was like, you know what, that's a really good idea. So maybe in my next bullet journal, or even I could, rewrite them but onto new post-its. But that's a way you can be super, super organized, and you can put all of your post-it notes by color category depending on the dish that you're making, the type of food that it is, seafood, red meat, poultry, that kind of a thing. So this is really an easy way to use Post-it notes, and it's for meal planning. And like I said, it's a really, really helpful spread for me. It saves me a lot of time when I'm meal planning, and I like that it's in conjunction with my master grocery list, so everything is there. Now, when we're talking about Post-its, I'm going to mention other Post-it products really quick before I continue, because I did mention it. These removable Post-it tabs, okay? I use these for every month, okay? And I use them up here on top, but these are from Post-it. Okay, and they're removable. So as each month goes on, I can just take out the removable Post-it tab and go on to the next month. And I usually keep them here in my little back pocket of my Leuchtturm, okay? And so these have come in handy for creating tabs so that I can have instant access to whichever spreads that I refer to most in any given month. So first thing, okay, meal plans, and then the wonderful tabs that Post-it makes, okay? Now, in conjunction, if we get to my teacher bullet journal, it's also very good. Post-it notes are just really good also if you're trying to plan out your new bullet journal and you want to reserve pages for different spreads. So for example, here, I haven't written out the key yet in my teacher bullet journal, but I have a Post-it, I can reserve that spot, and I know that it's exactly for that particular spread. So Post-it notes are just great for just holding pages so that when you are setting up a new bullet journal, that it can provide a spot for you to remember, hey, don't use this page, I'm designated for whatever spread it might be. Okay, now let's get into more of, okay, before we jump into the teacher bullet journal, I have here also, okay, now if you have an A5 size like I do, your standard 3x3 Post-it note is not going to fit, you know, side by side in an A5. So these are smaller ones. I got these from like the Dollar Tree, and they're 1.5 by 2 inches. And so you could fit 6 on one page. And the reason why I have this now, if you were to like, you know, draw boxes around these, there are a couple different things that you can do with these Post-it notes. One thing is that if you want goals for the week, if you would write here, okay, goals, and you can have each Post-it note designated for a particular personal goal, whether it's a work goal, a personal goal, a weight loss goal, a business goal, whatever it is. And you can swap the Post-its out each week as you fulfill the goal, or each month, however you want to do it. So Post-it notes are just a great way, again, you're recycling old spreads. And you don't have to keep rewriting the weekly goals over and over and over again. Okay, another thing that you can do is you can use this same kind of idea. Instead of writing goals, you can write a chore chart. If you have children, you can designate a Post-it note for each one of your children. You write your children's name on the top, okay? And you can have designated different chores for that week for your child to do. And, you know, you can, again, you could recycle the same spread over and over again. You don't have to keep rewriting it. So a chore chart, or having a goals page, just using Post-its is a really neat way to recycle the same spread and not have to draw it over and over again, okay? So let's get to the teacher bullet journal for you teachers out there. So I said you could reserve spaces here. Okay, I posted this on my Instagram this morning, but this has to be one of my favorite features, and this is the teacher dashboard. I know that, I mean, it's been almost 1.5 years since I've taught in the classroom, but I remember very, very well how nerve-wracking it was to try and remember the little day-to-day things that I needed to do. And I felt like I never had a place to just write it down and remember where I put it. So I figured, I'm like, I need like a home base in my bullet journal. So I decided to do a teacher dashboard with specific categories that I would have to remember to do for the day. Now, I think I'm going to have, let's say I'll swap out the Post-it notes after every week. That seems a little more practical and realistic to me. If you want to swap them out every day, I don't know how busy, it depends on also what you teach and what have you, but I see myself swapping out the Post-its every week. And so I have them categorized by things to do, students to see, things I have to grade, supplies that I might need for a lesson, any resources that I might need to remember to bring with me or to have on hand, copies that I need to make, because let's be serious, there's always copies that need to be made, calls I have to make to parents, emails, and any other things that I need to note, or dates that I need to keep in mind. But I have a feeling that this is going to work out well. And underneath you can see here that I have the boxes drawn out here. So when I don't have Post-it notes on here, at least it still looks pretty, okay? I got these Post-it notes, it's the Jaipur collection. They're all in these like jewel tones. It's Indian inspired colors, and I really liked how they looked, so I got them because they're unlike, the neon, although I do use the neon on the next page, but I just really liked how different these were, so I used these for this particular spread. And you have the nice deep yellows and the red orange and the turquoise, a nice purple, and then this beautiful blue that just so happens to match my bullet journal here. Okay, so this was the inspiration for the dashboard colors, okay? And I will have this linked in my supply list that you can check out, okay? Also keep in mind, as far as the colors, I've been using all throughout my teacher bullet journal lately, my Zebra Mild Liner highlighters. These have been absolutely great. So again, I've really used them to no end the past couple of weeks since I got them. So, okay. And then the last thing as far as Post-it notes are for teacher schedules, okay? All right. So, I don't know what I'm teaching yet. I teach social studies, but I have no idea, if I'm teaching US 1, US 2, world history, or anything like that. So I don't have, normally now, okay, let's go through this. I use the 1.5 by 2 inch in these neon colors, okay? As you can see here, I got these from the Dollar Tree. All right, and what will go up on the top are the subjects that I teach. Well, when I'm in high school, I teach 5 classes, so each column will be designated to whatever particular class that I have, okay? Now, sometimes depending if I'm teaching, 2 sections of US 2, one class might be ahead of the other class. This is the beautiful thing about using the Post-its, is that you can just swap them out. So, or let's say one lesson takes a little longer than you had anticipated, and it takes 2 days instead of 1 day. All you gotta do is move the Post-it note, and nothing lost, nothing gained, And so we have our lesson plans, we have to email them. So I have my lesson, but this is just for my own frame of reference of how it's going to be mapped out in my head. Any notes that I need to make on the Post-its, just a brief thing of what we're going over, just a generalization. On the top here is where you would put the classes that you're teaching, and you could also put the time that you want and when that class takes place, okay? Also here, you can use smaller Post-its, all right, to even specify what day Okay, so Monday, September 12th, and you can actually physically write in the day so you know what day it is. So you can even put the Post-it notes here to even specify what particular Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or you're dealing with. But by using these, again, you could swap them out. If a lesson doesn't go as planned, you can just move it right on down, and you're really good to go. And I really feel like this is just going to help me mentally kind of just map out better what is going on, and I can really see this working out to my benefit. So this is also a really good way to use Post-it notes. But that's basically what I have as far as Post-its. Again, there are great ways to recycle the same spread. Now imagine now if I had to keep redrawing this every week. Anything that could save me time, I'm all for. So the Post-it notes are going to be a really, really good way to swap out and swap in new ideas, new lessons, whatever the case may be, so that it's, again, we're saving time. Being a teacher or whatever your profession is, anything that can save us time, I'm just a big fan of. So have you used Post-it notes in your bullet journal? I would love to know. I would love to know what you think of these ideas, especially for the teachers out there. And again, they're very practical Post-its. I'm a teacher. I love Post-its. I kind of be lost without them. But again, within the bullet journal community, they can be very, very helpful, and they can be time savers, and anything to cut corners, I'm all for. But I'm really excited to use the dashboard and the lesson plan at a glance. Okay, and even with my meal planning and things like that. So please comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time,